Ladies and gentlemen, faithful viewers, thank you for tuning into this edition of Let's Play the Black Crystal. I'm the Almighty Bob, and I'm here to torture myself for your amusement. To put it simply, the Black Crystal is the worst game that's ever been programmed for any system, anywhere, at any time. I've seen some bad games, I've played some bad games, but believe me, this one takes the cake. The brain trust that programmed the Black Crystal decided, hey, let's make an RPG for the Commodore 64 that does real-time combat. The end result is the easiest way to bust up a Commodore 64 short of throwing it under the wheels of a moving truck. You may have seen videos of other people attempting this game and failing miserably. There's one reason why I'm going to be successful where everybody else has failed. That's because I have the instruction booklet. Not only do I know what keys do what, but I know what you actually have to do to get through each level. The book also contains the backstory to the game, which is about as close as you can get to ripping off Lord of the Rings without digging up Tolkien's corpse and having it do a little jig on the stage. When you flip over the instruction booklet, on the back you have what they call the escape kit. Notice how it says at the bottom, open only in extreme emergency. What it really should say is, don't even think about getting through the first level unless you open me up and read me, you jackass, idiot, moron, stupid. I'll be referencing the escape kit throughout the game, so at least this way you know exactly what it is that needs to be done at each level. So without further ado, let's get started. Do we want to start a new adventure? Unfortunately we do. Choosing male or female makes absolutely no difference in the game. Choosing your class does. We're going to select the elf because it's the most balanced of the three classes. Taking a look at the bottom of the screen, you see your different attributes. Your physical strength is what lets you use your sword and your shield. Your spiritual strength is for the lightning bolt and power drain spells. Your purity points lets you use spells that you find along the way during the game. Every time you use one of those spells, you lose a point of purity. As long as your purity is above 0, you'll get resurrected every time you die. If it ever drops to 0 and you die, then it's going to be game over. Below the ring counter is your title that tells you about how well you're doing in the game. That ranges between Misfit and Demigod. I can get Demigod on a usual basis throughout this game. Alright, so let's get started. According to the escape kit, the first thing we need to do is find 2 rings that are located in the forest. So you can see there's a lot of forest to cover, so we better get going right away. The pain in the ass part about this is that there are 2 rings out there, but it only puts down 1 at a time. So you really could end up going over every single piece of forest twice in order to find both rings. But thanks to the wonder majesty that is save states, I know exactly where both rings are, save us a lot of time. You'll be seeing that the weapon we use the most is the lightning bolt. The sword is pretty useless except against very individual targets. You would think that because we use the lightning bolts, as you can see there we found ring number 1. You'd think that because we use lightning bolts so much, you'd want to take the wizard. Under normal circumstances, that theory would be right. However, you're going to see later on in the game that having the elf is going to give us an advantage. Here we are with the ring number 2. And with the way that we're fighting these monsters, you'd think that there was a sale at Enchanted Shields R Us, since it seems like everything has them. Even the dragons have enchanted shields to block your sword. Now, normally Power Drain's supposed to take out those wraiths, but I guess that one got a little bit lucky. No big deal, we're just a short hop, skip, and a jump away from the Castle of Shadows, so let's wander back over there. I swear, these guys are like rabbits, they breed non-stop. The harpies and flying lizards are really the only things that your sword's going to work against here. And we've arrived at the Castle of Shadows. In a moment, it's going to give you a reference number that you can use to play between maps. It's different depending on your gender and your class and the number of rings you have. So thank you very much for joining me for map 1 of Let's Play the Black Crystal. I'm the Almighty Bob. I'll see you next time for map number 2, the Castle of Shadows.